You belong on every ground your feet grace, so don't ever feel out of place. Take up space and belong. This earth is your birthplace. Okay, so I know I'm a little late as usual. Don't fight me. I am going through pain. Like, I shouldn't probably even be recording this video, but I see a lot of the drama going on in the Love is Blind world, and drama has been following Love is Blind for the past couple of seasons. But so I'm starting the series. So this is my review for number one. I had to write notes this time, but the rest of them will be real time reactions or whatever. But let's get to it. So it starts off, with the couples going into the pods to get to know each other as it usually does. The first couple that stands out to me is Ashley A and Tyler. Ashley A is so beautiful and she has like this bright like energy when you look at her. She's so bubbly and bright and just beautiful. Um but they immediately have a good connection. Then the next person that stands out is Nick Dorka. Nick, child. Nick seems like a player to me. He's a great conversationalist, almost too good. Like he just knows what to say. But he hits it off with Kate. He says, like I said, he says all the right things. Like too good to be true. Almost kind of like I don't know. But this is also like the dating stage, so I kind of feel like when you're in the dating stage of things and like especially if you're dating like this, because I kind of see this as like speed dating. So you're like, but it probably takes them a lot more time to talk to each couple, but it's kind of like that, like you're dating a few people at one time, so you're saying all of the right things, you're trying to draw them in because you're trying to increase your chances of catching somebody. So you smooth talker, you're saying whatever you need to say, and Nick seems like that type of person. Like he's very flirtatious, like he's saying whatever he needs to say. He's smooth talker or whatever. um but in his like confessional, he says that he's afraid of romantic love. And the stuff that these people be saying in their confessional, I just be like, why would you go on a dating show where people end up getting married if you're afraid of romantic love? Like, why would you do that? Why do they do that? I mean, we know why. We know why. They want to be on TV. We know why most people go on this TV, on this show. They want to be on TV. Um, but Nick also hits it off with Hannah. Um, so then it goes to Leo and Hannah. They also connect really quickly. They bond over traveling and trying new things. Like, they're talking about all the things that they like and stuff, and they do have some things in common. Leo tells her that he likes her. And then he expresses that he is afraid of being wanted just for money, for his money or whatever. The next thing that stands out is Brittany. Brittany says that she's a trophy wife. She seems like, I want to live the soft girl era, the soft girl life. Like she's there to find somebody to take care of her. I'll be the homemaker. I'll stay home and you go work. And like, I want to be treated like a princess. I want to be treated like a queen. She comes off like that. Like she's very much okay with being a trophy wife. I'm not. Because I kind of feel like when you're the trophy wife, you're treated like an object instead of a person. And I don't want to be treated like an object. Um, so then there's Garrett and Taylor. They connect over sports and physics. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was a different thing for them to talk about. Like they were making like different jokes and stuff. I don't really know nothing about physics, so I didn't really understand for real, for real. But like they were bonding over it. She said that she hated physics, but she was like sticking with him in the conversation or whatever. They bond over that. He says that he likes her. And I kind of feel like every person that these guys have a good conversation with, they say they like them. But then Tim and Alex stick out to me. They bond over their perception of marriage. I like that they're talking about this stuff, like their perception of marriage, what marriage is to them, what it means to them and stuff. I think it's important to have conversations like that, especially when you're on a show where you're supposed to decide if you want to marry a person or not. Okay, the other couples are treating this like a speed dating type of thing. This is, of course it's supposed to be fun, and they're supposed to have fun with it or whatever, but you know they open up about their families. Alex says that her parents have MS. Both of them have MS. um and she talks about her experiences with them, and seeing them with the illness, and how it affects her, stuff like that. Tim opens up about his sister's death. um and they kind of trauma bond a little bit. I kind of feel like on shows like these, they feel like that's what they have to do, because it's like, we're getting to know each other quick, so let me tell you everything about me in like the first couple of minutes of us talking. They feel like they don't have much time, so let me tell you everything about me as quick as possible. I feel like trauma bonding is always going to be present in a experiment like that, and also in life period. I feel like we all talk about like things that happen to us or whatever, but I do feel like you should be careful about that when you're first dating somebody. Telling people everything that's happened to you, all of your traumas and all of this stuff or whatever, it can make you vulnerable in a way that you don't want to be vulnerable, because you can't trust everybody. But anyway, they bond over their family, his sister dying, her parents having MS, and like them talking about it. And Tim says he doesn't want to get married, he wants to die married. I kind of feel like people be looking up quotes before they go on this show, and they say it so they can sound good. I do. It just be seeming like they be racing to see who sounds the best, who can sell the best, like who can sell not the best lie, because I ain't want to make it seem like they liars, but like who can sell the best, like who can be the best man, who can sell, or the best woman, who can sell themselves the best. But it goes to Garrett. Garrett says that he's afraid to talk about money. Then he proceeds to talk about money. He just kept running off and running off about money, finances, and he says he's very financially, secure and stuff like that. Apparently, people in his family died and they left him money, and I think he said that he was blessed to have been left this money. And I'm like, but you had to lose people to get it. Am I the only one who thinks like insurance money, like after people die or stuff like that, is weird? I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that's what human beings say that they work for. But is that really what you just want to be here to work and leave your kids money? Like, that's it? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, the concept of like getting insurance money. And I know insurance money is basically for poor people, and wills and stuff like that. Rich people do wills, and I don't think that the wills are weird, but I do feel like the insurance money is kind of weird. I understand what it's. Y'all don't have to explain to me what it's for. I understand what it's for, but it just always been weird to me. But he says he's afraid to talk about money, and then he proceeds to talk about money, and he does this every time I see him on the screen. Taylor says that she wants to be taken care of 100%, which triggers Garrett's PTSD about his money. Um and he hopes that she doesn't just want him for his money, but I think that he hopes that she does. I feel like a lot of men will say that they don't want to be wanted for just for money, but they lead with money. They lead with their money. They fix their problems with money. They resolve things with money. They say that they don't want a woman who's materialistic, but when it's time to hold them accountable, they use those things to trick you oh, I bought you this, I bought you that. And that works for women who are materialistic, because I don't care. I would take that bag and I would say, now I'm not done talking about how I felt about what you did, X, Y, and Z. Sit down so we can talk about this. I don't care about gifts. And if you keep giving me gifts to resolve things, it's going to make me feel like you're trying to buy my love, and I don't like that. Um, but a lot of men will say that they don't want to be wanted for money, but yes, they do. Some of them do. A lot of them do, because when you got money, you don't have to put in as much effort, because a lot of women will accept the money, the gifts, your apology and money, and your apology and gifts will be accepted, and you don't have to write like, be accountable for the things that you actually did. But that runs out too. Once she gets tired of dealing with your stuff, it runs out. It runs out. Um, but they changed the subject and they started talking about baby names or whatever. And then Garrett brings up money again. Like, what do you know? Somebody who says that they don't want to be wanted for their money keeps talking about the money. He comes out very braggadocious. He seems superficial and fake to me. Like, you can't really trust nothing that he says. Somebody who is always bragging about the things that they have, and then in the same breath will say that they don't want to be wanted for the things that they have. I don't trust people like that, and I wouldn't even trust that he really got money like that, because people who got money don't talk about it the way that he's talking about it. I feel like he's leading with his money because he's trying to attract a certain type of woman. He's trying to attract a woman who is materialistic, high maintenance, like how was it Taylor presenting herself to be that way? Yeah, it was Taylor that says that she wants to be taken care of 100%. So yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's fishing. So he got on my nerves because he kept doing it and it was annoying. So it does go to Hannah. He says that he likes that Hannah doesn't want to talk about his job and his money. And I feel like Hannah doesn't seem like she really is talking about anything of substance. Like, they just have small talk. They have conversations about things that don't really matter that much. But Hannah seems like a favorite amongst a couple of the guys, but especially Nick. Like, he seems to really like her. I think that the reason why Hannah is liked is because she's very easygoing. She's young, so she doesn't really know what she wants for real right now. And so the men like that because they feel like they're in more control with a woman who doesn't really know what she wants. Like, she's still trying to figure things out, so you can lead her in different directions, because she don't really have a set. She don't really know where she want to go in her life yet. So you feel like you're a man because you can lead her or whatever. But men like women like that because they're easygoing. They feel like, oh, I can get away with anything. She's not gonna clock nothing, whatever. And that don't be the case. But she is young and she does seem to kind of like just not really care, kind of going with the flow as young people do, which there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes going with the flow can make you end up in a place that you want to be. Who knows? But the guy seems to like her. Garrett connects with Taylor again. He tells her that he missed her. She claims that she feels the same way he does, but something is telling me that she really doesn't. And she's also saying whatever it is that she needs to say to get like and be chosen. Like, it comes off a little pick-me-ish, but she isn't really selling it that much to me. And pick me ish for him too, because talking about your money all the time is pick me ish, because you want to attract women who care about that. You want to be picked. That's why you keep talking about it. But Taylor talks about her parents, and like kind of how that she had good parents, and how she was raised and stuff like that. And it seems like she was spoiled, so I understand why she feels the way that she feels. So Garrett tells Taylor that she's slow and methodical when she talks, because she won't share. Cause they got on ethnicity for some reason, and he wanted her to share her ethnicity so he could kind of get an idea of how she looks, who she is, or whatever. I don't know, but she would never answer the question. So he's like, you're very slow and methodical about how you talk about stuff. Like, you won't tell me much of anything. Like, you're very careful about what you're saying. And he said he needs to know more. They need to know more about each other. Basically saying, I want to know more about you. I feel like you're hiding stuff from me because you're not being honest. And it's like, why are you so stuck on looks? This is not supposed to be about that. This is supposed to be about love being blind and not, uh, you know, doing what we all do and like focusing on looks. Like, am I the only one that gets it? Because they act like they don't get it on this show. So it goes to Tyler and Ashley. They talk about gender roles. Tyler says that he doesn't care about gender roles. He claims that um he's okay. He can cook and he's okay with cooking and helping, doing other stuff like cleaning and stuff like that. He doesn't care about gender roles, and he just wants to make his woman happy. um he also like throws in the fact that he can roll his tongue, and she like, why did you have to put that in there? He like, no, I'm just saying, it was a little party trick I used to do when I was younger or whatever. She laughs it off a little bit. I noticed though that Ashley holds her cards close to her chest. Like, even though she likes him and she does give him a little bit, but I feel like she doesn't give too much. She is, because I feel like Tyler is saying all of the right things. He also seems too good to be true, and like, he knows what to say to like win somebody over, or like to create a romantic moment. Like, I kind of feel like that's what these people be trying to do on here. They're trying to like create a moment. You're going to be on TV. People are going to watch you. So you're performing. And I think they be performing a little bit. They dramatize how they really feel. Um and I get why. Like, you're surrounded by cameras, lights, cameras, action. I get it. But at the same time, at least make us believe that you're here for love. We know that y'all are here to be on TV, and some of y'all find love in the midst of going to be on TV, because this helps a lot of their careers. We're not going to act like these dating shows, people are going on them to find love and to find the one. They are going because it helps with their careers. And if they find love in the process, good for them. We know this. But at least make us believe that you're here to find love and not just for TV. But they seem to have a lot in common. Like, when they actually really are talking about things, like the things that they like. They brought up skiing and a lot of stuff like that. Skydiving, and she said she always wanted to go skydiving, and she thinks it would be cool to go skydiving before the wedding, and if like both of them make it, they can get married, is what he said. It's cute. The back and forth between the two of them is really cute. They look good together. They seem like a good couple. That they would be a good couple if Tyler is actually being himself. And with the stuff that I've been seeing, even though I've been trying not to see too much, because honestly, this show just started. Like, we shouldn't be seeing all this stuff about these people, but that's how it happens. That's what social media does. Which, I see what type of time he on, but I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see that, and I'm gonna keep going with my first impressions of these people. Okay. Um, he starts talking to Ashley about his mom. And my bad, y'all. I am, like I said, I'm in pain. I probably shouldn't even be making this video, but I'm trying to fight through it. Okay. I'm not gonna do too much. This is my last one that I'm doing today, and then I'm gonna edit, and then I'll be chilling. But He talks about his mom and the way she struggled, and he ends up getting emotional and crying when he talks about when his grandma died and he didn't know how to console his mom. It's a it creates like a very vulnerable moment for the two of them. She supports him, and he tells her, that he likes her, and he says that he wants someone to show all of his love to, and he calls her his girlfriend, and he's like, you're my girlfriend or whatever, and she like, oh really? And he like, yeah, and she like, okay, and he like, are you gonna give me anything else? And she's like, not really. And I love that Ashley holds her cards to her chest, because if you give too much, you will let them know that what they're using on you is working. And I feel like these people be needing to prove themselves or whatever. That's what you're on the show for, right? To prove that, not only to find love, but to prove that you actually ready for love. And I feel like she is playing it smart, because she's trying to see if he's for real, or if it's too good to be true, because he seems too good to be true. So it goes to the guys talking about their connections with the girls, and Garrett is basically like comparing his connection with Brittany and Hannah. And he says that he thinks that he'd connect with Brittany outside of the pods, but not with Hannah. He doesn't think he would connect with her outside of the pods. And so Tyler decides to give his 2 cents and give um Garrett some advice. And he tells him that if he was to meet Ashley outside of the pods, he don't think that she would ever have a chance, because even if she was attractive, he would have his guards up. Like, he's very guarded when he's outside. He doesn't really let nobody in, and he don't feel like he was ever give her a chance because he's closed off. And I feel like this type of stuff, when they talk about it, they need to show them. They need to show the girls and guys footage of when they talk about each other in the like quarters, the men's and women's quarters, because I feel like it's important for them to see those conversations, those private conversations or whatever, to see what type of person that they're dealing with. Because he said that he would never give her or any woman for that man or the type of date, because he's closed off when he's outside. And that kind of alarmed me a little bit, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. um but he's basically trying to tell Garrett, like, you can literally find, because Garrett is like, I'm like her ex and she's like my ex, and he's like, outside of here you can find plenty of women who are like your exes, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing in here. This is a different experiment. You're supposed to be connecting on a deeper level. And he like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do and who to choose, but I just feel like you should go for the deeper connection and the deeper level, basically. One of the guys, I don't know his name, tells Garrett that Brittany would be expensive, and Garrett just says, I have money, and keep it moving. Like, I don't care if she's expensive, that's what I want anyway, I got money. Okay. And they point out that he's wearing a Rolex. And just because he's wearing a Rolex doesn't mean that he actually has money. And I'm so tired of him talking about this money. What else do you have, Garrett? Like, what else do you have? Who are you outside of your money? Okay? And did you kill your people to get that money? Cause why all of them died around like that, early like that? Then it goes to Hannah talking to the girls about Nick D, and they're wondering why she's still talking to him, because they don't really believe that he is there for the right reasons. They call him Mr. Charming or something like that. And she's like, I like him. He's charming and his charm worked on me. That's why I like him. And that's basically really all she gets. Like, he's charming and she likes the fact that he's charming. It's entertaining to her. She likes it, so she's going to continue to talk to him. I guess that's all you need. So during Hannah's conversation with Brittany, she says that she feels like Nick D is manipulative. They call him Mr. Suave or whatever. The girls don't think that she should continue to talk to him because they don't trust that he's a good person. And I kind of feel like even though she liked them, she kind of let the girls get in her head about him or whatever, they're basically telling her like, why would you want to be with somebody like that? He just seems like, one of the girls was like, I've never even talked to this guy, but I've heard his name so many times, which makes me feel like Nick speaks the same way he speaks about Hannah about all of the girls, or he says the same thing to all of the girls. And they're basically telling her like, you shouldn't trust him. He doesn't seem like a good guy. So she listens, and she does admit that she feels like he's manipulative. She doesn't believe a lot of the things that he say. And I kind of feel like her insecurities kind of like were playing, and she feels like he would never be with a girl like her in real life, and she's afraid because they had, after she finished talking to the girl, she goes and talks to him in a pause. They have a conversation. She tells him she's not sure about him, and he's like, why? And she's like, I feel like you say all of the right things, and I feel like you like me because you think I'm hot or whatever. And Hannah is pretty, so I don't get where her feelings are coming from. I guess her size, but she isn't big to me. She's just tall. Like, she's a tall girl, but like, she doesn't seem big to me or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes, but I don't think that she's big. For real, for real. Um but she seems to be insecure about her size and the way that she looks, and she feels like he only likes her because he thinks that she's going to be hot, and I guess she doesn't feel like she's hot. And he's telling her like, no, I like you because I like you. I don't really care how you look. Like, you're the person that I want to be with. You're my one. I want to marry you or whatever. But she's not convinced. She has convinced herself that somebody like him would never like her, and because of that, she kind of like broke things off with him. Then he tells her like, I don't really got nothing else to say, because what can I say? You've made your decision. I hope that you find somebody here, and you're happy. And they go their separate ways. And then when she goes back into the women's comments area, and she talks to the girl, they like, did you finally do it? And she like, yeah, I did it, whatever, but I feel bad. They're like, why do you feel bad or whatever? Like, you shouldn't date somebody like he doesn't seem like a genuine guy or whatever. So one of the girls, I think Brittany walks in, and she's like gloating about like her conversation with Leo, and she misses and says his name. And then when Hannah hears it, she's like, that's my number one guy. Like, Leo's my number one guy, but Brittany says his name. So now she's regretting breaking up with Nick D, because she feels like she couldn't win. I guess she couldn't win Leo over Brittany. I think Brittany is the girl. I don't know. If I'm saying the name wrong, I'll put it when I edit. But now she's second guessing her decision that she made. She's like, I broke it over him. I might regret it. And she's like, I love him, but I feel like I shouldn't love him all of a sudden. Now you want to say that? I think, if she said her instincts are telling her that she can't trust him, but I kind of feel like it was the girls. She's like, the girls told her that she shouldn't be with somebody like that. But I kind of feel like if you liked him, why would you let them talk you out of being with him? I mean, this is the first episode. I don't know how long they be talking, but she gave up quick. Like, yeah, he does seem like a player or whatever to me, but she gave up quicker than I thought she was. Like, I thought she was gonna like ride it out with him. Um, Not saying that she should or shouldn't. I don't know what the right decision is. Like, I don't really know him, and he does come off as charming, like he flirtatious and like friendly or whatever. But she gave up quick. I wasn't expecting that. Um, but the episode ends with her contemplating her decision and saying that Nick is gonna leave or whatever, and him telling the guys like, that was my girl and I lost her. And they're asking him what went wrong, and he's like, he doesn't know. And somebody says, I think somebody is starting drama. So I'm like, either for sure that somebody is starting drama or something. So what? 'Cause like, why would you say that? And it goes off like right there. with him like walking away after one of the guys say that. So that season one, like it was interesting or whatever. Like it seems like if nothing else, this cast is going to give us the drama. Like they're going to give us the drama if they don't do nothing else. And I'm here for it to commentate on it, whatever. But I'm about to watch another episode, before I stop tonight. I think because I don't know, my pain seems like it's getting a little worse. But thank y'all for watching this video. Let me know what y'all think about the first episode of Love is Blind season 7. Do y'all think that Nick is a player, or do y'all think that he's being himself? Do you think Hannah made the right decision or no? Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Thank y'all for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Before you go, check out my website at srgraham.org and subscribe to my mailing list to get exclusive updates on works in progress, other news, and blog posts. Thank you.